As long as Bill Belichick is there, this team will be good. It'll be a playoff caliber squad. So let's talk about why the NFL media and NFL fans are counting out the Pats. Shout out Adam Rank for some of this information. Let's get right into today's video and let's talk about it. So, I want to hear your thoughts also. What do you guys think of the Patriots? Like and subscribe. Now, Mac Jones was awesome. And they won a game last year where their quarterback threw 3 passes. And I just want to say is obviously this team lost 4 of their last 5 games. And it wasn't pretty, but I think they did some things to improve, okay? And first off, Bill Belichick is the GOAT right here. He is the reason why this team is always a playoff caliber squad. Never count them all out, regardless of who is playing quarterback. Everyone's like, Tom Brady this, Tom Brady that. As much as I love Tom Brady, Bill Belichick is the genius right there. And this is a team that is now with a bunch of players in their second year, loaded on both sides of the ball. And look, they went 10-7 and had a playoff appearance last year with a rookie quarterback. So stop having doubt, okay? And Mac Jones I'm a Mac Jones guy, okay? Similar to Adam Rank. And this is the 15th overall pick, 10 victories, 3,800 yards, 22 touchdowns, 67.6% completion rate, which was good among 8th in the best NFL, or eighth best. I don't know why I couldn't say that. And look, him and Dak Prescott and Ben Roethlisberger are the only quarterback as rookies to win 10 plus games. And some people are going to say Mac Jones is this or that. I think he's a good player, and this is just the floor. He's just got so much room to grow. And this is something. In games where the Pats allowed less than 15 points, they were 8-0. In games where they allowed 15 or more points, they were 2-8. So something people need to understand, they're going to point to that being, oh, Mac Jones can't play from behind. No, I think they needed to improve their defense, which they did. They brought back Malcolm Butler, the man who was undrafted, West Alabama Super Bowl hero, is back in the fold. They also drafted a year ago, who is going to be great, Christian Barmore. Okay, he fell to the second round and they snagged him up, and he led all rookie interior defense linemen with a 75.4 pass rush rating by Pro Football Focus. And not just that. Look, Dietrich Wise Jr., he's going to be a dog, okay? Lawrence Guy, Godchaks, okay? They have Henry Anderson still. Carl Davis, that D-line's good. Okay, then you go over to the linebackers. They got Judon, who's in his second year. Josh Uche, who he's going to be good. The man from Michigan. Okay, he'll be in, his 3rd season now. And they have, Bentley still, Jennings, Wilson, Tavi, Perkins. And then you go over to the defense back, Bethel, Bledsoe, Brian Butler, Cody Davis, Kyle Duggar. The guy who played for, Lenore Ryan. Okay, they drafted Jack Jones, Mason Jones. They still have Devin McCourty, Jalen Mills, Terrence Mitchell, Adrian Phillips, Sean Wade, Joe Juan Williams. They're good on defense, and a bunch of the guys are there. This is a team that usually takes players till their 2nd or 3rd season with the team to really make an impact. And Week 1, they're going to destroy the Dolphins, in my opinion. I mean, they won't destroy them, but because the Dolphins will put up a fight, but I think they'll beat the Dolphins. Then they'll play the Ravens. That's gonna be a big game. And then they play the Bills in Week 13, okay? And they play them to close the regular season in Week 18. So when they play the Bills, those are big games because the Bills are the best in the division. We can agree on that. Now, look. People are going to be like, they drafted Cole Strange. He's going to be a dog. If they draft an offensive lineman in the 1st round, he's going to be a dog. And that, Isaiah Wine, Cole Strange, okay, Justin Herron, Hambright, Onwenu, Durant, and Trent Brown, and the rest of the guys, that offensive line's good. But then you look at the, Janu Smith and Hunter Henry and even Dalton Keene and Devin Asai, is it? are all going to have impact. Obviously, Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry were the big paydays from a year ago, so they're going to have more focus. People overlook Hunter Henry last year. He had a decent year, okay? Full healthy year, first ever that he played a first full season, had 600 yards, 9 touchdowns, okay? And they're going to continue that 1-2 punch, try to bring back those Rob Gronkowski, Aaron Hernandez, memories. And Jonnu Smith, his best season, he had 8 touchdowns and 448 yards. And next year, I think he's going to have a bigger year and a bigger impact. And with Devontae Parker being a big target for them now, they have Nelson Aguilar, Kendrick Bourne, Jacoby Myers, Ty Montgomery, who can play, halfback and wide receiver. And they brought in Tyquan Thornton. They have Christian Wilkerson, Malcolm Perry. They'll be fine there. But really, the running back room with Damian Harris, Kevin Harris, Stevenson, Pierre Strong Jr., and J.J. Taylor, they just have a stable of backs. And obviously, Shaq Mason being traded to the Bucs and Ted Karras moving to Cincinnati isn't great, but they have Trent Brown, Cole Strange, Michael Onwenu as a rookie. He had a strong PFF grade, offensive grade, 87.0, which he's a late round gem for them. And Devontae Parker is going to be a reclamation project, 29 years old, and he had a 1,000-yard season, and he had 14.3 yards per catch since 2019, and that's 9th among all receivers with at least 150 receptions over that time, and he's had the most contested catches since that time, according to Pro Football Focus. And yeah, he only had 2 touchdowns in 10 games, but with this, he's going to be the deep threat. And last year, the 83 receptions, 866 yards that Jacoby Myers had will now be some of Devontae Parker's numbers. And Mac Jones had the 5th lowest deep ball rating with 62.4 passer rating, and however his completion rate was 77.4 on quick passes. So I think Parker will be able to help balance the passing game out for Jones. And the running back room, back to it, they had Damian Harris had 15 touchdowns last year, and the Patriots are 8-3 when they had in games with at least 1 touchdown. And Stevenson ranked top 5 in rookie rushing yards per game and touchdowns. And look, they also, like I said, Kevin Harris and Pierre Strong, 2 good rookies. So I think people are overreacting by J.C. Jackson. I think Marcus Jones and Jack Jones, Jabril Peppers, Terrence Mitchell, all guys that are going to help, and bring back Malcolm Butler. I think they're not going to win the Super Bowl, but getting to the playoffs and having a deep run is honestly the key to success for this team, in my opinion, is if they can duke it out, have a deep run, have a good season, and make the best of it, they'll be good. And Bailey Zapp, look, Brian Hoyer's going to retire soon, so they need another backup quarterback. But the other thing is they still have David Andrews and, Jonathan Jones and Jabril Peppers. This team's good. They still have James White. This is a team that I think it's interesting as all hell. And for me, and they re-signed, James White. I know he didn't play anything last year, but when he does play, he's a receiving threat, okay? And I just think this is a team that you look at them, as long, like, their weakest link, one might say, is either their defensive backs or linebackers, but I think they've rebuilt that. They're going to have a good D-line. Their weakest link on offense is either receiving corp or offensive line, but I think they'll be fine at the offensive line. The receiving corp is going to be better. I think the additions of, Devontae Parker and bringing in more backs, and now that they brought Henry and Smith, going to be the second year in the fold of things, it's all going to be good. They're going to be fun to watch. And to be honest, I think with this team is they could be a 12-win team. They could be 12-5. Or would it be 12-5 because there's an 18-week season. But I want to hear you guys' thoughts if you guys are on the same page with me. It's definitely going to be a fun year for the Patriots. I think it comes down to them being able to just beating the Bills, the Jets, and the Dolphins, with all those teams getting competitive. Obviously, the Jets are the basement dwellers. Then the Dolphins are on the rise. And the Bills right now are top dogs after last year and everyone having Josh Allen as the MVP favorite. But time will tell what will happen. I think it's definitely interesting. Either way, if you made it to the end of the video, like and subscribe. Thank you for all your support and all that. I have an NBA channel. That's my main channel, the NBA. I'm sick kind of, but I'm about to drive home to Kansas. I'm visiting my parents. This is why I'm in my mother's basement. Different setup. But that's basically it, guys. I really do hope you guys did enjoy this. I'm gonna peace out, A-Town, do all that good stuff. So, till next time, bye-bye.